Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to come into your life for the next few minutes. I hope you find my voice somewhat inspirational, a little motivational, and just gives you another way of looking at things. And with that being said, let's jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I just finished up a real interesting conversation with an award winning actor, producer, writer, independent filmmaker, Mr. Dan Gregory. He is an absolute gentleman. I appreciated him coming on the show, and it was absolutely a whole lot of fun. You know, I wanted to share something. I know we just got into this new decade, 2020, and we're coming to the end of January. How quick did that month go, right? It just goes to show you how time flies. But you know what? I was thinking about something. For the past year, all I've been talking about is motivation and going after your dreams and all the good things that we need to do. You know what? I'm at a loss right now because I'm getting all these mixed reactions in terms of motivational speaking and engagement and trying to not sell people on their dreams, but to encourage them. And it's really hard because this thing, life is hard. It's not easy. And this project that I'm doing right now, I mean, I've been putting out these podcasts for a while. It's not a pity party. I'm not looking for anyone to feel sorry for me. A one man operation is pretty tough. But I will tell you this. Here's an inspiration. There's thousands and thousands of podcasts out there. There's thousands of actors, writers, directors, producers, lawyers. There is so much competition in the world, right? So here I am. My point I'm trying to get to is whatever's on your mind, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're going through, whatever you want to achieve, even when the road gets tough, it seems like you're the only one. And I'm here to tell you, without a reasonable doubt, I can 99% guarantee that you're not the only one. So I'll give an example. The other day I was listening and I was getting a little discouraged, or not discouraged, but a little intimidated that, when you turn on the pod, everybody and their grandmother has a podcast, myself included. Now, I think it's a good thing. It gives you the opportunity to sit back and share your thoughts, your dreams, and even vent. I a lot of times, when I first started this thing, I said I wasn't going to do politics. I wasn't going to do religion. And I try to shy away from that stuff. I haven't even really shared about, my other gig, because I try to compartmentalize and keep things simple and just give you the basics. But here's something that was a little inspirational to me. And I don't even know if I have the right to say it, but I will. I was listening to another gentleman on a podcast. And for you savvy people out there that know who I'm referring to, this guy is number one. Okay. And when you see, I mean, he has the resources, he has the resume, he has all those things in his favor. And out of that whole thing, and God bless him. I mean, I don't think I'll ever get there. I don't think that's not something I'm aspiring, to knock him out of his spot. Yeah, look at me. But my point is this. The one thing that I sat and watched a couple of his shows on YouTube, I listened to his podcast, and inadvertently he said something to me that really just clicked, which inspired me a little bit more, which gave me a little bit more enthusiasm, a little more encouragement to not sit back and say almost like, woe is me, or wow, this is tough. He's the number one podcaster in the country. I didn't venture about the world. I don't know that. But I know here he is the number one podcaster in this country. And you know what? It's a two-man operation. I thought that was like, okay. Because here I am a lot of times when I'm getting out and I give you information on trips and motivation. I get some stats. I get people to come on. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, not that I'm getting discouraged. I said, wow, it gets a little overwhelming. Then I have my other gig. I have family. I have other responsibilities. And I said, this is a one-man operation. And I had this delusion. I said, well, maybe I need to assemble a team. And then I heard him, legitimately bona fide. He turned around and he says, it was just a two-man operation, him and another guy. And I said, wow, that was just really encouraging. I said, okay, well, there you go. So you're not the only one. And as I listened to this guy, by no means being intimidated, because I'll be very honest with you, anything. I mean, I'm not intimidated that easily. I know, there's a pecking order, and there's the top, there's the middle, there's the bottom, and then there's guys like me who just literally just jumped on his microphone and just enjoy talking to you fine people here and around the world. So the point I'm trying to get to is we just got into a new decade here, and I know all the conversation that I've had, everything I talk about being positive, motivating, getting some classes, just staying positive, it can be challenging. It can be even sometimes discouraging. It was like almost on this podcast thing, I had what you might call, and I'm going to try to coin a phrase. It's not writer's block. It's like podcasts. I don't know. I'm going to come up with something. But I had like a blockage there where I'm like, you're trying to encourage people. You're talking and it's just not the same thing, but do people really get tired of hearing the same old thing? Do people get tired of saying the same old thing? And my answer to that is no. I think that I have really stumbled onto something that I'm probably going to do for a very, very long time. And I will tell you this. Even if I only get $1. Now, listen, I granted this equipment and stuff I have now is already paid for. So, I don't have to worry about any bills or anything, and any internet and stuff on my little, my medium where I put it out, a couple bucks. But listen, if I do this, I don't see me letting it go. This is really interesting. And if I reach one person, if I reach two people, I'd like to go higher. And I encourage them to at least pick up something that I've said, share some of my stories or anything, then I've done my job. I've made my contribution. And I've been doing this for over a year now. So I know, and this is not an attaboy. This is not vanity. This is not, anything like that. But I believe in my heart of hearts that somebody out there has listened to something I said or taken some of my advice and ran with it. And that's my contribution. So I'm happy about that. So, all right. So anyway, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to share that. There was a little rambling on there. There was a little venting. But I just want you to understand something, that even you in your own careers, your dreams, your goals, aspirations, the things that you want to accomplish, there will come that moment. Sometimes you have what they call writer's block. There is a blockage. There is a temporary moment of discouragement and not being sure and even insecure. I mean, you have to overcome that. You have to keep pushing forward. You have to push forward and work your way through it and come on back. And that's what I'm doing. So I think it's amazing. And yeah, it sounds like, listen, I don't want anybody out there, saying, oh, hey, this guy's rambling on. Here he goes again. That's not the case, because there are a lot of changes getting ready to come on into my life. I have a few projects out there that I'm doing, and I want to encourage anybody, anywhere. I'm going to say this here, all right? I am actually working right now on my 190th podcast. I think it's amazing. Now, there's people with 2,000, 3,000, whatever their number is, but I'm approaching almost 200 podcasts. And I can say that somewhere out of those 200, somebody enjoyed listening what I had to say. Someone took some of that advice. Someone went to New York City and saw a play or did one of the things that I suggested that you do for you, your family, and friends, because they are always so important. I feel that in my heart of hearts, and I'm very happy about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to fall right back in. I am lining up some more interesting people to come on my show. I am lining up things that I want to share with you. And 2020, there's a thing now, real quick. Let me backtrack. Everybody's saying like, oh, I can't even think. With 2020, the new decade, my daughter would know. Jeez. Oh, my son. Either one of them would know what it is. But there's a new phrase now with the new decade, 2020, and I thought it was pretty cool. But that's what we are. It's like a vision, a clarity, 2020, and that's what we're going to try to get to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move into a different direction here real quick. I want to direct your attention to the fact that I want you to become more involved with LBJ, The Heartfelt Truth. I've been putting feelers out there. I've given you my Facebook, my Twitter, my Gmail account. I want you to get involved. I want to give personal shout outs to people. I want to have people on my show. I want to have interesting people on my show. I want to have regular people on my show. So what I want to do is I want to direct you to Patreon. Now, I know you savvy people are aware that Patreon, there is a small donation that you would make to the program, which actually I can honestly say with full disclosure, it is not about me making money. It is about us working together, which enables me to do a little bit more and to give you better content and better information. So that small donation definitely is going to help the show, and it gets you involved with my program, and that's what I'm looking to do. I have to say this honestly. It's not about the money. I can honestly say I don't need the money. I don't have to sit here and try to sell myself. What I'm doing is I want you to get involved with my program. I want you to give me some feedback so we can really, take this thing to the next level. And that's what I want to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, please go to Patreon, look up LBJ, The Heartfelt Truth. Read everything that's there. There's some special offers in there, and I want you to check it out. This is I'm going out on a limb, like I tell everybody to just jump right in, and that's what I'm doing. I got the information from a real savvy guy, friend of mine, who is really knows his game in terms of marketing, producing, and all that kind of stuff. So I really want to, just step out and see where we're at. Maybe we can elevate this program. And with your help, I can do that. All righty? So, Patreon, LBJ, The Heartfelt Truth. Check out the special offers. And ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, please take care of yourself. Take care of your families, because family is important. And when you see someone that needs a helping hand, try it. Stick yours out and help them if you can. I believe this one act really, really will make the world a better place. And it's going to be one of those things that help you on your journey to becoming the best person that you were meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm LBJ. You're there and I'm here. And you've been listening to The Heartfelt Truth. We'll talk again. Thank you.